Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're looking at Byte's TX5R.1 Race VTX. I've installed it in my Impulse RC Micro Apex 4-inch. I'm Jeff with Titan FPV. Let's get to it. Today we're looking at the latest offering from Fat Shark's Byte system. This is a 200 milliwatt smart audio capable VTX. It's intended for race quads. See what you get in the box. All right, you get the VTX. As you see, it's got 20 by 20 mounting, but it's on this long board. So this is a typical 20 by 20 size. It is M3. You do get these rubber gummies to mount the VTX, but it's not going to fit in a typical 20 by 20 mounting location. A lot of people have had some gripes about the size of this VTX. It isn't the smallest, but I don't believe they could fit all of the components on here in a smaller form factor, at least not now, currently. So that's something they're going to be working on there for a more compact offering. Now, the Whoop VTX is also 200 milliwatt. It doesn't offer smart audio, and it's lacking some features that the Race VTX offers. And we're going to go over those here in a second. As you see, it does come with a plug. So if you have a flight controller that's HD ready or DJI ready, you can plug this pin header in directly to the VTX as well as your flight controller. You get a few other goodies in here. You get some zip ties that you can mount your UFL antenna down with, or you also have some screws that you can bolt that down as well. You don't have to use the pin header to connect the VTX, especially if you're limited on space. You can use the pads and direct solder the VTX, and we'll take a look at that, how I have that mounted in the Apex here in a second. It's supposed to be durable. I don't really race, so I can't tell you from my experience. I've only had a few close calls, so it's holding up well. You do have the control board plug for your Byte joystick that it comes with the starter combo there. You can change your power and band as well as enable low power mode. You do have the header to flash that you'll connect to your either Scout goggles or the Byte VRX to flash firmware and do updates. That's pretty much what you get in the box here. Some gummies, as well as the wires, and there's like a metal connector there that you can lock down your UFL. And you'll see why I didn't really need that on my installation. This is the 4-inch Apex from Impulse RC. I'll have a review on this shortly coming to the channel here. But I have a 20 by 20 single board flight controller, and I have the Race VTX mounted on top. All right, as you can see, it does fit in the Micro Apex. It's tight fit, but it does fit. A lot of people have complained about the size of this VTX. It's been compared to a banquet table at a Thanksgiving dinner. I have the UFL connector secured with a zip tie, one of the included zip ties, but also I have one of these light True RC singularities. This has a lock. I think this was intended for like the Cadex Vista, but it works great in this application as well. So it locks the UFL connector, but you still want to make sure you secure that down because if you're in a rough crash, you could rip the UFL connector off the pads there, and you're going to have a bad time. We don't want that. So this has been a pretty solid solution for me. I did have to 3D print some adapters to go from M2 to M3. And it kind of slides on there securely. That's been working well for me. I'm using the original Foxair DigiSight currently. But if you were purchasing a camera that did not come with a MIPI cable, I would recommend using a 40mm one. As you see, I didn't use the pin header. I soldered directly and it's barely clearing the standoff, but that hasn't been an issue for me. I don't know of another way to mount this VTX in this frame. I have heard claims that this VTX, while even though it's 200 milliwatts, just like the Whoop board, that it does outperform the Whoop board. In my testing, I didn't find that to be the case. It performs similar to the Whoop board. So if you don't need the smart audio controls on this, it will work with the Byte commands. So if you're running mode 2, it's going to be sticks diagonal to enter that menu. The VTX will automatically detect if it has a wire. You'll need to have an extra TX wire available. So you'll actually need to have 2 open UARTs to run this configuration. With smart audio, you're going to need the open RX and TX on the flight controller for normal operation, so you get OSD. And then you'll need an additional TX pad to use smart audio with the Race VTX. So either way works well. You can see you can enable pit mode, start up in whatever channel you'd like. You will want to upload the VTX table. I'll post a link in the video description for that, as well as the settings for that. This is going to be the same setup if you watched my canvas mode tutorial. It's going to be the same procedure with the CLI commands to get your OSD working in Betaflight. Another quick update on the HDZero micro camera. It's going to be available, as it was available starting today. It dropped at 12 p.m. Eastern. They're going to be releasing 200 units a day. They have 1,000 units. So for the remainder of the week, they're going to be dropping at the same time, 12 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in picking up that camera, this is going to be the only location you can pick it up currently. There is a limit of 2 per customer. That will be through the end of the week. Just have your browsers ready. I was able to pick one up. So that's another quick update. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And we'll catch you in the next one.